Snarky. Please. Greetings and welcome to Snarky Wizard. I am CYAN, and this is my impression about Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is an American comedy drama film written and directed by Taika Waititi, based on Christine Leunens' book Cajun Skies, starring Taika Waititi, Alfie Allen, Sam Rockweel, Scarlett Johansson, Thomasin McKenzie, and Rebel Wilson. The plot. Johannes Jojo Betzler is a lonely boy, a son of a standard and average German family. His father is fading away in Italy, while he's under the care of his mother Rosie. His older sister Inga recently has passed away from an illness, and because he's a good German, a patriot, and wants to follow the steps of his idol, he decides to join his only friend Yorkie and attends a Nazi youth camp. Our little protagonist finds out his mother is hiding a Jewish girl in their attic, and that discovery turns upside down his world. After all, he's a Nazi and his idol is Hitler. In fact, his best friend is a goofy and imaginary version of Hitler. What will happen with this boy? Spoilers ahead, I want to start saying that I was dying to watch this movie. I thought the plot was risky, provocative, ironic, original, and with, I hope, a deep message. While I was watching the film, I was dying it for it to end. I need to stand up and leave the cinema room for 10 minutes in order to recover and finish the damn movie. It's so bad. It leaves me nothing more to say that ambition and good intentions only gets you so far. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, original, risky, and full of good intentions. This movie addressed the delicate topic of how the Nazi Party and Hitler were perceived by young Germans in that time. History nerd here. One of the German newspapers' headlines on August the 4th in 1934 was, "Today Hitler is all Germany." And it's easy to comprehend why people idealize Hitler. And don't hate me, just listen. Your country was in great recession. Your banks were failing. Your country had lost a war. Your economy was dead. And suddenly, this man came with all his propaganda, ideology, and suddenly you as a child perceived a magical change. There is a kind of allure, and you are suddenly not more ashamed of being German. You are proud as hell. Your country is growing. People has money again. Of course you're going to see this figure as a hero, as an idol. So in a way, all my admiration to Waititi to try to show us an uncomfortable but real and logical truth. Also, I love the fearless idea of turning Hitler into a comic character. I mean, Hitler is real and well-known antithesis and well-known representation of the antithesis of values, his image and life contextualized by the millions of lives he affects and the atrocities on his name. So make him dumb and a cartoonish character is funny. I have always loved the mystified of figures. It also shows us the strong sentiment of the stupidity of fascism, propaganda, racism, and prejudice in general. I love the part where the character of Wilson blames Jews for everything, and she even gives them devilish characteristics as tails and horns, reptile tongues, and all of that with any further argument. Just, to follow the road and let's go ahead because hate is cool. It also had good acting. Definitely Alfie Allen, Scarlett Johansson, and Thomasin McKenzie are one of the reasons this mess didn't completely sink. The bad. The character of Jojo in general is so stupid and so unlikable that even when they try to sell you a human part with a touching moment, like when he ties the shoelaces of her mother corpse, you don't feel anything for that boy. You just hate it. You just don't feel bad for it. It's like you deserve that little monster. Okay, Jojo readily learns the lies about Jewish thanks to his friendship with Elsa, the girl her mother is hiding, but he never does question why he was taught those lies. He never questioned why people think that way. Again, he just wants to belong. He never changed or evolved as a character. And don't let me start with his crush on Elsa. The boy is a manipulate and selfish twat. He lied to her in the beginning and lied to her in the end. You just want to make some sense of him. And I know it's just a boy, but come on. In theory, he's the lens through we observe the prejudice of this era of Nazism. He's our Pinocchio, or Pinocho en español. But he never became real. He is a piece of them. What? I can insult that kid, right? It is unquestionable that Jojo lacks drawing power. You don't feel anything for this brat. Some of the film's most compelling scenes come when Rosie and Elsa have moments of conversation when Jojo is not around. How is this possible? He's the protagonist, and the most important parts of the movies, or the most touching parts, are the ones when this brat is not around. Hitler eating an unicorn? Was beyond ridiculous. The only redeemable fact about Adolf was his love for animals. Yes, history geek here, remember? He was a vegetarian. Treat his dogs as children. And if you work in his house, you couldn't kill a rat. You have to trap the little animal and liberate it outside the house. Without, it's pretty ironic for a monstrous human being who creates the Holocaust was also a gentle soul with animals. Humans, we are complicated. The grenade explosion and the fact that Jojo still looks pretty normal was dumb as hell. Why put that there if in reality didn't really affect the character? Like, why? You put that there, you just make this little kid more likable because he thinks he's a monster because he has a teeny scar in his face. The Nazi captain that is gay and is in love with Alfie is much more likable than Jojo. He becomes more sympathetic and a hero character than Jojo by the film finale. The person that you should hate the most, you kind of like it. He's a real hero. He was someone trapped in a war that he wasn't completely agree with, but he was a soldier. He did the grabbing at the end. Again, Jojo is... The ugly and conclusion is supposedly a satire, but the jokes and hits are far from funny. They are not well delivered. Most of the times are as cringy as Jojo crush of Elena. The dialogue only succeeds in slowing down the pace of the freaking movie. It is full of redundancies and plot lines that never really resolve, and is not as bold and controversial as it appears in the trailers. How is it possible that both of Jojo's parents are rebels of the system would let his only freaking child to be brainwashed by the system? If you really want to shake the box, do it. Why don't you show us Nazi parents? And the worst scene of this film is pretty simple. It is fails miserably of creating any emotional impact thanks to the character of Jojo. Jojo Rabbit is a movie that I will not recommend at all. At all. For me, this is the worst movie I have watched in the last year, and I'm taking on account the rise of Skywalker. As a fan of Star Wars, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a bold assumption. This movie sucks. Well, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and become Geek Paladins. Adios. It's